at Corunna. The Battle of Corunna in 1809 is kind of like a Napoleonic version of Dunkirk. You have a massive allied army evacuating, and there is a staunch defense being put up by the allied forces to allow their evacuation to take place. Led by Sir John Moore, they are facing a huge French army led by Soult. What's up, guys, and welcome back. We're here with another Napoleon Total War 3 battle for you today, and this is basically a recreation of Corunna with a little bit of a twist. Obviously got like Portugal and Spain here. I don't think they have featured as heavily as say like the British, as we have a little bit of a cavalry fight going on here with some looks like just some scout cavalry just being routed by the Portuguese by some chasseurs cheval. But yeah, so we have two Portuguese army here today, which are like two different corps. One's like actually led by an English officer, Beresford here, who is commanding the Portuguese forces. He actually did do a lot of like training of the Portuguese army for the Napoleonic Wars, so kind of good to see him here. He's got quite a large army over here. There's actually quite a lot of a militia, which is kind of ironic since he was training the main army. Then we have like another Portuguese army here, which is, I'm not exactly sure where that one starts. That one's all Beresford. Is that all Beresford? Wow. Oh, there's Texeira. There you go. Texeira Norte. So that is the other Portuguese army. And then you have Cuesta here for the Spanish forces. And then you have all the way over there, you have Arthur Wesley, or the Duke of Wellington, who's with his British forces there. So yeah, you have the Peninsula Allies all facing the French here, the Grand Army. And we have 4 different corps here as well for them. They have... trying to see, we have Perrin here with Victor, we have Saint Caire, we have Ney, and I'm pretty sure we have, I actually don't know who the last one is. Who's the last one? Kellerman. There you go. Kellerman's also here with his cavalry. So it's going to be an interesting one for sure. I can't wait to see how like this one goes down. Will the Allies be able to survive and get their troops off the ships in the dockyard here, or will they be beaten in the field and the French destroy this Peninsula expedition once and for all? And here we go, some Spanish going in, or some Westphalian cavalry going in against some Spanish cavalry. I'm not exactly sure how good this is, the Spanish stuff. Just some lancers, which I don't think are very good. I think they're like more look like the guerrillas, like the guerrilla like cavalry or something like that. Garachistas sound like they would be. Allies have captured a building as well. Oh, this is all the way back here in like Corunna itself. So yeah, if you don't know where Corunna is, it's like right in the northwest tip of like Spain. It's basically where the British got forced back to once the French invaded with their huge army in 1809. I think that one was led by Napoleon as well. Napoleon is at that point as well decided to, just before Corunna, to basically go east again and basically started preparations for his war with Austria and Prussia and etc. And here we go, artillery volley going off, an 8-pounder going off, and you got some artillery as well hitting these guys. What are these? Imperials did to load. Are they like a guard unit possibly? I don't know. But yeah, so this was actually, if like Napoleon was commanding this, it may have been entirely different. But he left Soult in charge to basically command the army and to give the orders. We've got some Voltigeurs here. They're opening fire. Well, they're shooting those Garachistas. They're back. They're retreating now. And what's coming up? We've got some hussars and stuff coming up. They're going to try and scare off these this cavalry here. But yeah, this was sent in by a member of my Discord. So if you'd like to join the Discord to send in your own NTW3 replays or any Total War replays, then that is the best place to do it. So feel free to join. The link is down below in the description. We also do loads and loads of battles there as well. So if you want to get involved in some of them, whether it's NTW3 or any Total War, then feel free to join. The link is down below in the description. As well, if you're enjoying seeing NTW3 at the moment, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and a comment to show your support. As always, guys, thank you for all the support in recent videos. You can see an artillery piece getting ready. Looks like the Spanish are pretty well set up, to be fair. They've got their artillery intermingled amongst their infantry. Looks like they've got a solid line where they're going to hold, and they're not going to give any ground. I think they're really just like trying to delay the French to allow the British to arrive, which they are just about now. You can see that Wellington is now arriving with his forces. They were really isolated, like they all started like really separated. You can see the British, what have they got over there? Some small cavalry unit. that's been routed. But they started like basically all the way over there. And you can see one of the Portuguese army started on top of this hill. So they all start kind of isolated. So the French, like, if they move quickly, could have picked them off maybe one by one. But they've, I think they're waiting for, like, each army to arrive. Let's see Beresford here. It looks like Beresford's going to be taking his right flank. And he's got units stretched out for quite a long way. He's got his cavalry really, really wide as well. Just to try and stretch that French cavalry. Got some chasseurs cheval of the French here. And then what we got? Lots of chasseurs cheval, I think. These are Italian ones as well. More chasseurs cheval. The infantry starting to arrive now for the French. It's starting to appear. You see that their line infantry is now making some appearances. Not much, but some. So I mean, well, actually, there's some more. What we got? This line. I mean, this is all just line infantry. The Infants of Paris, I think they are called. That's a cool name. I imagine that the other French armies are still a little bit of a way back. They spawn quite a long way, and they've got a lot of distance to cover. Some chasseurs from Hainault here. But yeah, I mean, it looks like they've got like a solid position of the coalition forces. I don't know whether they've got anywhere really like suitable to fall back to. I guess they can like try and defend around these villages if they need to. Obviously, they can retreat back to Corunna itself and try and defend that. But I mean, this seems like a pretty solid place to hold. I mean, like this like dense like wood off to your left, kind of pretty good for hiding cavalry in, and also yeah, infantry and stuff. Looks like the British are really, look at this. What is going on in here? There's one rogue cannonball shot here. You're killing hundreds of men. But yeah, it only looks like maybe the Spanish and maybe Beresford are already set up. The British are still taking a little bit of time. I don't know where the other Portuguese army is really exactly. Unless it's just set up with this one. I'm not honestly that sure. I think it is, yeah. I think the two Portuguese are setting up together. I don't know how big their armies are, to be honest.
Glorious victory, sir, is soon to be yours.
We fired like 2 rounds. How can the glorious victory soon to be ours? We've got some Spanish cavalry over here. Scouting out again. What's this? This is a dragoon unit. Trying to take out some chasseurs cheval. They might do it, and they did. Look at that, they did. They actually, this unit got too close to the Spanish front lines. Let's get it off. Broke it. That's first blood, really, you could say, to the Spanish. I mean, they kind of did rout some stuff, but that returned. This is a pretty good unit to get rid of. I don't exactly know what, like how heavy the French cavalry is. I've only seen chasseurs cheval and some hussars, so I can't say that they've got anything extremely like heavy. Oh, these are dragoons over here. Dragoons, Italian Napoleon. Yeah, so the heaviest I've seen so far is dragoons. Nothing like cuirassiers or anything like that. Not yet, anyway. More chasseurs over here. They're just scaring them. I think they could probably beat most of this cavalry from Portugal. I'm not sure though. I mean, it looks like it's kitted out very similar to the light dragoons of Britain, which is no surprise. This unit being like these guys being trained by the British. And these guys look like they're kitted out a bit like the chasseurs of France. So look at that, a bit of both. Where are they going? I can hear charging. The chasseurs are going to charge quite a long way. Try to take out this cavalry unit here. Looks like the French came out a lot worse than that one, and they're actually falling back. Look at that. That's probably a bit of a risk. And here we go. Look at this. This has got to be a good unit. Royal Lorraine Dragoons. They do look like they're quite good. And look at that. They were trying to bait in Portuguese cavalry with that unit of chasseurs, and they've actually managed to, yeah, they've routed this unit because the dragoons got in, and now you can see that the Portuguese are falling back cavalry. They realize that their cavalry is just overwhelmed. They're trying to get out of here. Mecklenburg. Is that a cavalry unit from Mecklenburg? Don't know how that works. But here we go. More cavalry coming down now. Look at this. The Portuguese is engaging the French. And this seems like it's a significant amount of cavalry for the French. It must be at least 2 corps, though, we thought. The Portuguese now forming square. I mean, they're probably firing to the backs of their own men more than they are into the French. You can see routing units there for the Portuguese. And the Portuguese have been, like, routed, really. Look at that. All their cavalry's gone bar this one. It's Nicholas Trant. And there you go. That one's gone as well. And I think the French will be quite happy with that. More Portuguese cavalry coming over here. Beresford sending over more of his cavalry battalion. But it seems it's no match to the French cav. And here we go, the French infantry starting to arrive. Got some line infantry making an appearance. It's a nice long column to just fire down. If they have artillery, I'd be knocking like these units down, left, right, and center. They're just standing in a nice long column, easy to hit. It looks like the Portuguese are getting ready and set up. I mean, the French are setting up like unit 1 by 1 almost. Is Portugal going back in for another cavalry charge? It looks like he is. Might actually get this chasseur unit. Looks like it's kind of been pinned down. It's a bit overstretched. I'm seeing more cavalry over here. I don't know if this is the same cavalry that we've just seen. I think it might be. Yeah, I think it is. But there's a lot of cavalry over here. I mean, this is probably one of the most open areas for it. Over this side, I mean, there is a bit of like a skirmish going on by the looks of it. But nothing amazing. I mean, there is cavalry over this side as well. But, I mean, like I said, this dense forest is kind of a pretty good area to, like, keep infantry hidden and stuff like that. That's probably why there's going to be less cavalry action this side. I mean, the Spanish have a lot of cavalry here. So who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. I would have thought it looks like the French transferred most of their cavalry to the left of their like formation, but I could be wrong. They may have just as much hidden here. They have some dragoons, that's for sure. And you can see that the Spanish are making a charge, and the infantry of France is trying to put some volleys into them, trying to rout them, but it's not going to be the case. As you can see, they're getting routed. They will those voltigeurs there. They'll probably rout very quickly. There's a unit here. There's dragoons here. This unit's been hit by artillery, and they're actually bringing across from the hussars now. They're going to, because the dragoons are going to go for the guns, but they will be stopped in their tracks by the hussars. I imagine these hussars will rout these dragoons yet very easily. I mean, they're just making sure of the French as well. They're just going to keep their guns limbered and ready to go. Infantry trying to form square. These Garachistas, they just keep pulling back, man. And they've routed this infantry here. French routing dragoons on the far right as well. It's a risky business this by the French, but they are routing risky business by the Spanish. Sorry, they are routing French stuff. Some carabineros in here. These must be quite good. I think they might be their best cavalry, maybe. I don't know. Don't know. But as you can see, look at this. The French really forming up over here. They're getting ready to face the Portuguese. But they're also going to have to face the Spanish. You can see the Spanish sending a considerable amount of infantry in this direction. We've got a lot of infantry from battle halls. We've got volunteers. We've got infantry. Nothing like amazing. Just basic infantry, which would make me feel like the French could win this. I don't know. French quality of infantry, I would have thought, is vastly superior to the Portuguese and Spanish. But the Portuguese and Spanish do have numbers. So, like, will it just come down to quality of, like, gun, like, quality and accuracy, or will it come down to mass musket fire as the first few volleys go off? And the Portuguese are getting us underway. This actually isn't not Beresford's stuff. This is Texera, however you say his name. And looks like Beresford's actually now sending up his troops. Let's have a volley, boys. Let's show those Brits what we can do. Maybe not. Looks glorious, though. It really does. This Portuguese line looks amazing. There we go. No, they changed their mind. Looks like, well, here it looks like the French are coming. Oh, we got French cav in behind. Look at that. They're going, sneaking in, trying to go for the Portuguese lines, and they formed square. And they were able to rout this cavalry. So that's really well done, but there by Portuguese, being very aware, more aware than me, put it like that, of what's going on. But yeah, the French cav now basically has a constant threat into the Portuguese line here. Looking for the Portuguese, and like probably smartly, the Portuguese set up the units that can form square on the flanks. This is a grenadier unit here. It'll still be a good unit to send in. Got more. Is this more grenadiers as well? No, this is the light infantry unit. Allies have captured a building, a farmhouse all the way over here. Okay, thank you for telling me this. But yeah, the first line battle is getting underway, and you can see the French sending up more and more infantry now. We've got all sorts coming up here. We've got Italian line infantry. Yeah, this is like a lot of like Neapolitan stuff, and we've got like German stuff as well. All sorts. Very, very interesting. Yeah, Westphalians. Don't know if these will be as good as the true French infantry, but we'll see. Who knows? You can see the French already routing some of this this infantry of the Portuguese. And this is don't know. It's like a legion, it's like of Lusitania. Got some more of them here. But you got some cavalry now coming in. They're gonna run away. These Westphalians here. They want to get out of here. But yeah, this line battle is getting underway. You can see the Spanish. They got like a second line behind. Oh, look at that. They're actually looking the other way. They're that worried about like the French coming in behind with cavalry. But they have their units like stacked up so that then like the front units like are actually fighting, have extra morale, because Spain like has to rely on this along with like the Austrians and the Holy Roman Empire, which can bring like a lot of cheap infantry, but they're not necessarily like good quality infantry. That's something like a tactic you can use, and it's quite effective. See these Westphalians on these Chasseurs de Cheval coming back. Sneaky boys. They might be trying to go after this artillery up here. Who knows? But yes, you can see lots of French infantry now coming out of the woodwork here. They're going to slot in on this left flank here and probably start to attack Beresford. Or what there is left of Beresford. I think, by the looks of it, that Britain is really just running down the line. Like, Wellesley's just been marching all day. I think his intention is just to strengthen the line where it's needed. As you can see here, he's strengthening the Spanish line. Honestly, I'd send the rest of this force. I carry on marching down all the way to where the Portuguese are. I mean, that's where the French are attacking hardest. And you can see they're really sending in stuff now. You've got French cavalry in here. I do apologise. It's a little bit framey. I do apologise for that. Do not know exactly why. But yeah, this Dragoon unit in here is probably going to take a lot of kill. It's a Royal Lorraine unit. Don't know if that's good. Don't know if that's bad. It seems to be clearing up cavalry quite nicely, put it like that. And you can see the Spanish falling back cavalry, and that's actually probably going to do more harm than good. See the French are really sending forward troops here. We got a Grenadier unit here. This is a Guard Royal Italia. Oh, it's a cool unit. Still haven't like learned every single unit in this game. I still find myself like getting amazed at new units I find. Just shows like how many units there are in this game. It's vast. I'm starting to find out. I mean, certainly good to fire onto squares. Squares are a really, really good thing to fire onto. Oh my gosh, a lot going on over here, as you can see. We've got some Portuguese infantry here now in combat. I mean, they're in square. They should be okay. What's just broken? Some, don't know exactly. What was this unit? Just a line infantry unit. But the French are actually getting stopped here by the Portuguese. They're actually being forced back. You can see these dragoons just overstretched. The Italian line infantry coming up. Ready for a volley. Glorious. Looking awesome. I mean, it's a very, very concerning side, this left side, as you can see. And the French pushing forward relentlessly. I don't know why we've got silent guns, but there you go. I mean, there's a bit of... Look at this, though. Look at this. Like, Texeira here has just been broken in the center. The French is charging infantry in. They really, really are. And this infantry is just no good in combat, as you can see. And the French are now sending through cavalry. This Dragoon unit here is going to go straight through the gap that's been made. And they can just go for this general. They can go for, like, which is actually Texeira himself. So this is good. Very, very worrying for the Portuguese. They're about to lose a general. And they've got infantry setting up, but that's going to be too late. They're actually trying to get him out of there. What they got yeah, the Spanish and the British need to just send more troops to the right. Like, they're desperate for troops right now with the Portuguese. They're getting hit hard. And the British are actually setting up on this left flank here of the Spanish. They're going to try and support the front. So what we've got here, we've got King's German Legion setting up. Got some 48th Foot. Some 61st Foot. I love that they all have different names. Like they have like the Black Cuffs and stuff. They all have their unique names. Pretty cool. But, I mean, yeah, we should actually not have Wesley here. We should have John Moore. He's the commander. Wesley wasn't even here at Corunna, or he.
I don't think he was, or he was certainly wasn't in command. Put it like that.
I don't believe he was. Yeah, he was in Spain by Corunna. I may be wrong. Actually, no, I think he is. I think he is in Spain. I do apologize. I think he is because then because Sir John Moore dies at this battle, and before that, Wesley, John Moore, and someone else, I can't remember who it is, had like joint, like all had the same rank. So they had like they all like contradicted each other at one point, like for commands, etc. The French here, not the French, got the British here setting up, firing onto the French though, or whatever Allied forces are here. It actually is the French. All true French units here. Just look at that. I love the silhouettes of like from the musket fire. It looks awesome. Even better when it's silenced, apparently. But there you go. But as you can see here, the French really pushing on this side. They've actually entirely broken over here the Portuguese right, and the Portuguese are really falling back now. They're in a real bit of trouble. General is under attack. Yeah, I mean, well, I don't know why Wesley's so close to the front line. I mean, the entire British force looks like it's pushing up here. It's really going to push hard now onto the Grand Army, and it's going to try and go in and try and do a counter-attack, I guess. Try and relieve some pressure from the Portuguese. But the Spanish have got some forces lingering at the back. They probably want to bring them up to support. Maybe they're just watching this this right flank here of the French, which they've actually got some Irish voltigeurs here. So the Irish are coming to fight the British, it would seem. Love to see that. What we got over here? The Infants of Paris. Yeah, there's just a few tiny units lingering over here. Actually, the French probably have. Oh no, there is some cavalry of the Spanish here, but I'm just gonna say the French have like a lot of stuff still just stretched out along here, and there's another entire like French force here. This is like Legion of Ireland. Oh my gosh, we have some. Yeah, we have a lot of Irish stuff here then. Another like Daniel O'Mara. Look at that. O'Meara, sorry. Getting like their green uniforms. That's awesome. It really does. They've got some Prussian light infantry, all sorts of stuff here. All coming to fight. Oh my gosh, there's so much stuff back here. Yeah, the Spanish and the British definitely, and like the Spanish need to get up all the rest of this line infantry, I think, and get it fighting here. They're more concerned about where the Portuguese is, but it's like a whole other French army just appeared out of nowhere. Got some of those Irish volunteers, like voltigeurs, just getting destroyed. It looks like the Portuguese are sort of stabilized a little bit. I mean, they've got like not a lot of infantry to defend like on this right flank, as you can see here. The French got some very healthy columns coming up. There's a lot of Italian units here, Westphalians. They are very, very healthy looking right now. And they're onto the guns. The guns are like under threat. There's 6-pounder here. It's in musket range. And they're falling back, and the infantry's falling back, but they're going to leave the guns like unprotected eventually. They keep doing this. The British got some 95th rifles coming up to support. Sharp and his men going to try and do their bit. They actually are trying to get the guns out of here. If I was the French, I would just charge the infantry to stop this, because what's there to stop you? There's just some light infantry and some cannons in this center. Just charge. I mean, there is cavalry behind, yes, but you can then bring your cavalry up. And the British probably have the most healthy cavalry left. For sure, they have Dragoon Guards here. They have more Dragoon Guards. Very, very elite units. The Spanish here just about holding on. Lost a lot of men though. The British look like they pushed back the French here. And you can see the French are now setting up to face the remains of the British armies. The Coldstream Guards here. Got some of the some infantry, some normal infantry. Yeah, we got all sorts of stuff here. Yeah. Oh, and we got the Connaught Rangers. There you go. That's a cool unit. The thin red line of the British has now got a hold. For king and country, men! And they'll be quite happy to fight the Irish. They've been doing it for so many years. The Irish units have been. We also got, yeah, a lot of German units here, actually. A lot of Prussian units, anyway. These units for the French are awesome. They really do. I love that the French is such like a multinational army. It's one of the cool things about this period. Like, so many nations fighting under one flag. It really is. It's quite cool. But I mean, certainly the French here, if they're clever, they can just march across this river here, and they can start to turn this this British flank here. They could get a nice little flank in there. If they can force back this force as well, that'll be even better. But they don't need to have to, like, necessarily. They can just send up this like these Irish legions. They could just go into the back of these British units here, and that'll be perfect. And this British unit here. Why am I mixing up British and French today? Don't know what. Oh my gosh, look at that. There's men flying back. And here we go. The French going in with their cavalry. We've got some dragoons in here. And they might break the Spanish, but they got a pretty good volley off onto this French unit, and it's pretty beat. And oh my gosh, the French are still pushing hard. They've now cleared the Portuguese off this hill. Apart from like a few ragtag units back there. They are in real trouble on the Portuguese. They're getting turned really, really hard. And the French are actually in combat here with the Portuguese, trying to hold them up. And the Spanish are in here as well. They've sent like, so I don't know. These guys look pretty elite. With the like carabiner-looking helmets sort of thing. But they're holding like a massive French here with one unit of Spanish. So apparently a volunteer unit. Doesn't look very volunteer. They actually look kind of elite. As to these guys, and they're getting focused down like a point-blank range by the French, or the Italians, I should say. And the French breaking there. That's good to see. The British are making some impact on this battlefield. And you can see, like I said, the Irish Legion now pushing up and threatening this flank, and the British are now having to turn units around and stop their push on the French. And they're actually now charging the Irish units in there. In they go. Gonna send these boys in. I don't think the British were quite set up for this. They were still setting up like they were just going to hold the line. No, and the French have gone in charging. This unit nearly broke, but now they've actually changed their mind and charging into a different one.
Our men are running for it.
There you go. One British unit breaking. This Irish Legion here might break though. And it looks like a lot of cavalry now massing around this side. You can see we've already got some dragoons in here. Looks like some more dragoons being brought up. And the Irish are breaking now. Shame. Just as the British cavalry arrives as well, the old Prince's own dragoon guards are here. And there you go. Oh, and a massive push as well through the center. Oh my gosh, this is just like cavalry charge after cavalry charge. Everywhere. Dragoons now going in, attacking the Spanish. These are like volunteers, they won't hold. Look at them. They're a ragtag bunch as it is. I'm waiting for a volley from the French, but it looks like, no. Looks like we're not going to have one. Looks like they're just going to stand there. I mean, that's all well and good. The Portuguese could do with a few free shots going off. This line is looking thinner and thinner each time I come over here. Still got some pretty healthy cavalry units, though. But look at this. They can just flank around so hard, can the French. They've got, like, what, 5 units here? Potentially could be 6. They could just flank around the Portuguese line. And the French are through. Look at that. The Spanish are just mass routed. The Spanish are, like, mass routing. The Portuguese are cut off. There's a few British units over here, like the 95th and the Royal Americans.
Our men are running.
But yeah, the British and the Portuguese which are left are very much cut off, as you can see here. And yeah, They're now basically dueling it out, and I think the British are just getting picked off bit by bit here. They've not got a solid line anymore. They're getting picked off bit by bit. I don't know what the Dragoon Guard's doing in behind here. They should not just be running through what is the middle of a line battle. Oh yeah, a lot of friendly fire there on those Dragoon Guards. That's a shame. See infantry in here now. Looks like we've got some British units just fighting off against the French. The British have lost a lot of men though.
Our men are running, sir.
They're getting focused down in the flank as well. They're just getting, yeah, the British are just getting chopped to pieces, to be honest. There's no cohesion anymore. It started off really well to their defense, I thought, and then the Portuguese, the French just went, well, we know where the weakest point is. It's the Portuguese. We'll take them out, and they did that. They just sledgehammered through them, and they then just used their entire army to go left. I feel like the British and Spanish could have been aggressive on the French, maybe to draw resources back across. They just kind of allowed the French to dictate the pace of the battle. I know the British had a long way to travel, but all honesty, they could have maybe just tried to, maybe they could have tried to like assault the flank of the French, like this, like where is it? This hill here, which is where like most like the French army was positioned. They could have like swung in and come and attack this left, while the Spanish attacked the center.
Our men are running, sir.
And then you could have just hoped that the Portuguese could hold on against the rest of the French forces. As you can see, they're running back now. I hope that the men in Corunna are already on their ships and ready to go. Look at them. Look at this train of retreating men. They're just like, quick, quick, is there space on the boats? No, there isn't. No space on the boats for cowards. You die and fight here, men. 8-pounders look like they're limbering up. They see that the French lines are coming. Got some cavalry here. Very, very close. They just got cavalry so deep, and actually, I say that's deep inside the enemy lines. The French are literally just here. British are just running. They got their the Grasshoppers, the 95th, and they got the Royal American 60th Rifles here. These rifle units need to get out of there. They really do. It looks like Beresford's training of his Portuguese forces has just not been enough. These French are just too goddamn powerful. It looks like Salt, even though he's not here, is going to win today's Battle of Corunna. I mean, I don't think the French have really taken like sizable losses, to be honest. Like, I mean, there's a fair amount of casualties over here for them, but not like like anything like too worrying. The French have lots and lots of infantry units left. Yeah, basically everyone's trying to escape now to Corunna. They should just get this cavalry up, maybe sacrifice it, try and slow down the French infantry. They might be able to rout a few. There's no cavalry over to support. The French cavalry here must be just like picking off British at this point as well. Oh, are they setting up their artillery here? They are. We're going to have like a last stand from the Spanish artillery. I think they realise it's not getting out. I'm glad that they've realised this.
Our men are running, sir.
They need to be careful because the British infantry is just in front. Looks like the rest of the British line infantry is about to break as well. Yeah, that's all gone basically. Looks like the rest is going to run back to where it came from, which is in that direction over there. Wellington is, well, without an army. This British army has been well and truly defeated, unlike in history. It kind of like escaped. And the French are in here with their... This is Ney. Oh my gosh, look at that. Ney just like got absolutely like destroyed. Oh my gosh. They like, yeah, fine, we'll fire into them. Break our own infantry, but we kill Ney. Don't know if they did actually kill Ney. I think Ney's this one here. Like one of the two men that survived. Bloody lucky man. Oh, let us see, yeah, volleys here. I feel like both those shots missed. I feel like they just both hit the ground in front of the infantry. That one didn't miss. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't know why it's so a little bit framey today. I do apologise for that. But I'm going to just fast forward, I think. Just because there's not really much going on. Like, all you're seeing is just like the cleaning up now. I mean, the French may have to be a little bit worried about this. Just like there is a small British and Portuguese force over here that's now threatening. I don't know. I think they've broken the guns. But like that was it. I think that's all they did. Is Arthur Wesley still alive? That is the main thing. I think he might be, yeah. There he is with his dark blue jacket on. So yeah, they broke the guns, which I mean, that's I guess a small achievement there for the British, but it's not really the end of the world.
Unit is dead, sir.
At least I think they broke the guns. Yeah. Oh no, the gun crew is literally just there. They actually run it off. Kellerman's like, yeah, got a pretty much intact core. I'm pretty sure. Like it's just been stood on top of this hill. But yeah, we're about to see. Well, it looks like our last Portuguese charge onto this Prussian light infantry. Yeah, didn't even get like any sort of a good charge there. They might break these guys. Don't know where they are on this side though. It looks like the Portuguese broke to a volley of Prussian light.
Our men are running, sir.
Looks like the British are going to go in with their light infantry to try and break this Prussian light infantry, which is now firing science guns. There we go. There's a bit of musket fire. They broke instantly. That's a shame. But yeah, that's kind of I think the battle basically. I don't really think anything's like really left to be covered. There's like a tiny little. Actually, I thought there was a tiny little defense here, but there's not. I think it got routed. The Portuguese units did get out. So I'm going to just probably just fast forward to the end now. I don't know if there's really anything to go on. I mean, there's actually a few isolated units up here. What we've got here, Portuguese have got stuff all the way over here. Okay, so I'm probably just going to make a cut here, and I will probably come back to you once the battle's over, and we'll have a look at the end result. So I'll see you guys in a moment. So there we go, we are back, and as you can see, the French have won at Corunna, and they've defeated the coalition forces. And yes, it's going to have to take another British expedition to come and liberate Spain and Portugal. And we may need, it will be many more years till the peninsula is once again liberated from French rule. But there you go. This one was sent in by the bullet that killed JFK. He was playing as the British here. Got the most kills for his side, even though he probably joined the battle quite late. Grizzly Fox and Kezface playing as the Portuguese had a really hard time on that right flank. They got pushed hard by the French, and they just didn't have enough to stop them. The Portuguese just really I guess you'd say weak. I will go with weak factions, and you can see that the size of their armies actually is smaller than most of the French corps, apart from this one here. So, but yeah, well done to them anyway. They did their best, and they nearly and they held on for a good while. I feel like their cavalry got baited into some combats that they probably didn't want to get themselves into. But they did okay. Spasha did okay holding the center with the Spanish. He had the largest army by far and away on the battlefield. But yeah, in the end, his infantry just like broke. Spanish infantry is just not that great. But yeah, so well done to all of the coalition players. Well done as well to Sputler, to Fridas, to Chainmail, and to Funballs, who all were playing as the French corps of varying different like nationality. I think we got some like, we had the French, the Italians, we had the Germans, we had the Irish, all sorts were just turning up to face the British and their allies. So yeah, we'll have a quick look at some of the unit statistics. The most kills for the British army here. You have the Dragoon Guards here. You have Foot Guards, both getting 106, and then you got what's that? The Dragoons Emperor. What's that called? Emperor's Chambermaids. That Dragoon unit there, 101. It's a really cool unit. Connaught Rangers 93. Yeah, so there's some pretty good kills there. Some okay kills anyway. There you go. If you want to have a look at all of them, there they are. But anyway, if you've enjoyed, then do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and a comment to show your support. And until next time, Legionnaires, I will see you in the next one.